work it was and why I should be getting a tip because of how much work this was. No, you don't.
Sisters and brothers, nieces and nephews, you are not going to like this, and it is going to be an unpopular opinion, but fortunately for me, I have all the friends I need. Let me tell you something. First of all, you're not entitled to a tip for doing your damn job. Tips are generally based on your level of service, and it's generally based on going above and beyond, not doing your damn job. And I don't know if this was a skit or not. I really don't care, because what I'm saying applies, because I'm seeing it over and over and over again, and it's happened to me personally. Well, Auntie, what are you talking about? I saw somebody had done they were advertising some of their services that they did online on IG, and I was pretty impressed by it. So I said, well, I'll take a chance and see what it's like. So I paid for the service. They sent me the proof of what they had done. I liked the proof. Do you know, the individual asked me for a tip, and I said, well, I will give the tip. Well, long story short, they would not release the proof to me until I gave them a tip. The level of selfishness and entitlement is at an all-time high. It is unprecedented. And like, I remember when I went to Florida a couple of weeks and was talking to some of my team members, they were talking about how they warn their family members that come to visit them about Lyft and Uber drivers holding their luggage hostage for a tip before they release it. Now, this girl is saying, I'm owed a tip. Well, the customer is saying, well, I paid it on the app. How do we as customers know that money's not going to you? We put it on the app. Now, there have been times that I put the tip on the app, and then when the driver came, and because they went above and beyond, or the delivery came, they went above and beyond, I tip them an additional and put it in their pocket. Did you hear me say above and beyond? It's interesting to me, because since when the level of expectation and entitlement, I can't fathom it. And I see it in the workplace, that they think that they should get a bonus or a special award, monetary award, but doing your job, doing the achieve expectations level, not above and beyond, but doing your damn job. Now listen, I've worked in the service industry when I was in college and when I was in high school, and understandably, there's some cheap folk that you go above and beyond, and they still don't give you a tip. So I get that, and I understand, by being a service worker, that's hard work. But again, regrettably, it's the patron's determination whether or not they give it to you. Now, there have been times I've said when I've been out that I will give tips for people who are not even my servers. Why? Because I see them doing above and beyond where they are serving other people. Y'all have heard me talk about that. I've given tips to people who weren't even serving me, but I was so impressed by their work ethic. This is crazy. This is absolute lunacy. Now, it's interesting because some people know who they can do it to. Because like, I would have started putting my stuff, as soon as I saw it, I started putting my stuff in. And it's so funny with this skit, if it is a skit or this actual account, how did the determination of, or the discussion of a tip even come up? Who brought it up? Because generally, the stuff would have been unpacked and first, or unloaded first. If my stuff is unloaded, I'm immediately taking my stuff in the house. And here's another thing. You, as a service provider, you pick the jobs you want. Now, granted, she probably picked the job based on the fact that thinking if they order all this stuff, surely they're going to give a tip. Surely. That's a reasonable expectation. But expectation don't mean you entitled to it. It's a nice thing. They should. They should. But even in restaurants, they give you the suggested tip amount. And you, as the customer, get to determine if you're going to pay or not. But generally, it's based on the level of service. And your service includes your damn attitude. This is astounding to me. This is astounding to me. And you know what's interesting? I was watching all the comments in there for people who saying they should have given her a tip. Okay, it's funny. Y'all may disagree. I don't give a damn. It's like my daughter coming to me when she was in high school and, you know, all through school. Well, Mom, I deserve, you should pay me an allowance because I cleaned the house, or I you know, I didn't act up in school, or I got good grades. You better. How am I? You know, so it would be nice if I did as an extra bonus, but you don't get rewarded for doing what you're supposed to do anyway. When you get rewarded is when you go above and beyond. Now, when my daughter was making all these honor rolls that's above and beyond, because what is required as a student is to pass. It's to not fail. So her job was to go to school and not fail. And she did get rewarded for what? Going above and beyond. And what's interesting, for those who have these comments are saying they should have given, I bet y'all parents, many of y'all are parents, justifying what people should be doing anyway. So when she chose the assignment, it's a calculated risk. It's a calculated risk. You're not entitled to it. It's optional. So I'm not surprised. I'm saddened by it. I'm not surprised when I see this entitlement on so many different levels, and selfishness, to include when I took my grandbaby to the daycare yesterday, and the person had blocked all 3 parking spaces because they were late. Not thinking about nobody else. Like anybody else that had to bring their kids. It's me, me, me. So, y'all, my opinion might be unpopular. And again, I'm not saying I don't understand the expectation for a tip, but the entitlement is something else. And again, the tip is based on your level of service, and that includes your attitude. Take that with you.